Good evening, junkies. Welcome to EminiJunkie.com, your ES Trading Mentor's free trading video for Tuesday, July 12, 2011. Today we had a total of 11 executable trade signals for a maximum potential of 35 ES ticks. This video is for educational purposes only, is intended to highlight our high probability trade setups and give you a feel for the quantity of trades taken each trading day using this approach. A full trading plan and daily live trading room can be accessed via our website at EminiJunkie.com. Okay, we opened up this morning right around 1312. We had a high probability half gap fill, and we immediately after the open went up and filled that half gap, came down, had a signal long. We did not get our first contract off. We hit our T1 target to the tick only on one bar there, and then came down and actually stopped ourselves out for a T0 minus 14. There was a little reset there, and then we had another signal long that did produce targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside for 6 ticks as we went up and filled our 4 o'clock gap. You can see that 4 o'clock close level produced some resistance. We came down through our moving average, gave ourselves a signal short. We were able to get the first contract off, but we did not get the follow through to the downside we were looking for until after being stopped out. We had our first contract, and then we adjusted and ended up with a T1 minus 2 only to see the market go down and actually fill what would have been our T2 target, but we had already adjusted our stop and been stopped out of that trade. Then we got a fast move to the upside that provided an extension long that produced targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside for 9 ticks as we went up right to the daily pivot. You can see we still hadn't filled our 415 gap. The daily pivot provided some resistance. We had the move to the downside that produced a signal short, able to get our first contract off. Again, we weren't able to break a new swing low as the market moved back to the moving average, stopped us out for a T1 minus 2, and then there was a signal long right after that stop out for what ended to be targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside. It was only a micro swing there. Again, they weren't able to close that 415 gap at that point. We came back down through our moving average on a very quick move that provided an extension short. That extension did produce targets 1 and targets 2 to the downside as we moved back to the open for 6 ticks. The open provided support. We came back through the moving average, had a signal to get long. Again, we didn't make the swing high, ended up with a T1 minus 2 on that particular move. And then there was another reset. Didn't get a signal to get short, but there was this fast move up right before the lunchtime dead zone that provided an extension long, and that extension did produce targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside for 8 ticks. And you can see during the lunchtime dead zone they did end up pushing up through the pivot, through the 415 gap fill, ended up past the Globex high before finding a little bit of resistance there during the lunchtime dead zone. And then we kind of went back and forth during lunchtime, and coming out of the dead zone there was a signal to get short as we came back to our moving average. That did produce targets 1 and targets 2 for 10 ticks to the downside. The news came out, it was the release of the FOMC minutes. Now during the FOMC announcement trade we wait 15 minutes, but for the minutes that was just a normal release. The market did take well to that. We had a signal to get long that produced targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside for 9 ticks. And then as the market came back down through the moving average, we had another signal to get short. Again, one candle, one bar hit our entry level. We're going to count that as a no fill because it touched our level only with one candle and went on to T2. So all in all, it was a very active day, a lot of back and forth, a lot of volatility. It is options expiration week. Ended up with 11 trades, 35 ES ticks. I want to thank you for watching. For more details on this plan, including all the chart setups, or to join our live trading room and video newsletter, please visit EminiJunkie.com or just simply click the link at the top of the screen. Thanks, and make it a great day.